Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here to talk about something it's actually a topic that's actually just prompt up I was just here thinking about it, so I decided to make a video about it. So I want to ask, this is just more like a chat kind of a video. I want to ask, what actually intrigued you to learn coding? I'm sorry about the noise. I'm actually in my office, my workspace, you can see. So vehicles are passing, heavy vehicles, machines. So I'm sorry for the noise if you hear any horn or any of that. So I want to start out by sharing this thing, like using myself as an example. What actually got me into this coding of a team, into this web development, I keep telling people, I'll watch the movies, I'll see them code, I'll see them hack, I'll see them take down networks, more like all these CIA kind of movie, FBI, NSA, all these science fiction movies. You see them have to do with a lot with computers, have to do with hacking, So seeing those guys do these things, especially Flash, the movie, see the way she was hacking so fast, can crack that network. So I'll be like, man, how are they doing these things? I was like, man, I need to learn how to do this. So I went into searching, I went into Google. I was Googling, I was researching, I actually enrolled in a free bootcamp program by Pura site and all of that. But I ended up giving up. I giving up because it got to a point I was confused. I don't know what I was doing. So lucky enough, I was able to meet a guy. His name is Yeltsin. So I met him. I told him, brother, see, I want to become a cybersecurity expert. How is it possible? And back then, this guy is into programming. He's into programming already. He knows about C#. He knows about Java and everything. He said, okay. He said the best developers, like the best hackers out there are always developers. People who can build their own software. People who can code. People who can make their own software based on how they prefer, not just buying tools on the internet, because it can be hacked. If you're the one that made it tool, definitely you know how you made it. So it won't be easy for someone out there to track or to crack it. But if you go and buy software out there somebody made, so it is easier to get tracked. Maybe it might have some malware there, so the person can use to crack or track you. So I told him, so how do I start? So what's the best idea? He told me that the best idea that I could do is, he will advise me, learn programming first. Learn how to program first. Then if you learn how to program first, then I can move into cybersecurity. I said, okay. He told me himself that he actually had this thought of being a cybersecurity. That was when I learned that there are different types of hackers. We have ethical hackers, we have white hackers, we have black hackers. It was one that actually made me to understand these things. I said, okay. So I asked him, so what will you tell me? How do we start? Where do we begin from? So he said, okay, well, let him start by teaching me web development from there. From there, I will learn how to code, starting with HTML, starting with CSS, JavaScript, and everything like that. I said, okay, no problem. So my first HTML class, at least we started with, I began everything with him. We downloaded Notepad++. So every weekend I'll have to go to his house, and he lives like let's say, I don't know how to say it, but the distance is far. I have to pay 600 or 700 naira here in my home country, Nigeria, to go to his place, to learn. I'll go there around 10 a.m. in the morning. I'll leave back to my own place at around 4 p.m. in the evening. So this is how we've been doing. So he actually introduced me to HTML, introduced me to CSS and everything. So from there I was able to, it got to a point that he told me he was busy, because back then he was freelancing online, he had some clients coming in. So most of the time, he doesn't have time for me. So I went online. I was doing some tutorials, watching some tutorials, trying to do some little projects on my own to see how I can scale through and everything. So far so good, I still got stuck. Man, I still apologize again for the noise coming. Please apologize again. So at some point I was discouraged because I had questions. Nobody answered the questions. So I was frustrated. So I left everything one side. But later, I actually went back. So that was around 2021 when I actually had a course from Udemy, so which actually got me to this point. So what am I trying to say here? So I'm actually asking this question. Some people actually got into this tech world maybe for the money, for the passion. First of all, I'll start with the passion because I actually had this passion. I want to learn how to code. I want to learn how the world works. I want to learn how the computer works. Like I said, when I see people code, when I see hackers in these movies where they code and do all those things, I want to know how they do these things. I want to know how to do this. So, though it's not easy to learn how to do these things, but actually what? This made me to actually went into deep research. I went into deep research trying to figure out how they did it. That was how I knew that, man, you see programming, you see coding, and I must know how to do this. So with all these things I've said now, that's just more like me sharing my own story of what got me triggered in this. So I don't know what actually got you into programming, or maybe you want to do this. Most people they'll be like, they'll tell you this is now you need to learn a skill, you need to have a tech skill. Most of the thing going over the internet now have a tech skill because of what? It's because of maybe financial security, getting a better job, having a good income and all of that. But I started off by the passion. I want to know how people do this. I want to know how this works. So I would like you, the viewer who is watching, maybe wherever you are from, please to comment. Tell me what really got into coding or into programming. What made you, maybe somebody motivated you, maybe you watched a movie, maybe somebody told you, or maybe you had it that you must learn a tech skill. Just share with me in the comment section and I will respond back. Every comment I receive, whether critics or nothing, I'm always responding because I'm here to learn. I'm open to learn. I'm learning from you guys too. As I'm sharing this journey, it's more like my own experiences. Well, whatever I come here to talk about here is from my own experience, not what somebody told me, not out of the blue, from what I have experienced. All the videos I'm making about here on this journey is all about my own personal experience. So I would like to hear from you guys, where you're watching from, what made you to get into this tech world. One thing that's what got me into this point, because of what? Yeah, the money, after the passion comes the money. Of course, there's so many money, there is money to be made on this tech space. Of course, I actually saw a tweet by somebody called Shola on Twitter. He said, man, there's money to be made on this tech space. Don't sleep on it. Of course, I agree with him. There's money to be made on tech, like the new currency, like the new oil monies on the internet. For real. According to Luke Bellman, he said something. Earn, multiply, and preserve. Let's say for example, who doesn't have, you don't have maybe a rich parents, you don't have anybody to sponsor you. You can go on the internet, learn something, earn from it. So when you earn from it, definitely you can't work all your life. It's not possible. You can't work all your life. You need to have a way to make your money work for you while you sleep. That's where the multiplication comes. That's by what? That's by Luke Bellman. So multiplying your money has to be maybe investing in crypto, maybe real estate, stocks, or whatever. So to me now, me learning how to code was the one, I had the passion for it. Why still in that passion? I need to follow this journey. Following this journey means that despite I have the journey, I need to work, I need to pay bills. I need to make money, I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of my health. I need to look after family, have a good apartment, have some new gadgets, pay off some things, have so many things going on and all of that. So with all these things in place, so just having the passion is not enough. It's not enough, I must say. The passion alone is not enough. There's something needs to fuel the passion. That's where the money comes in. Elon Musk said something. Elon Musk said, you need to first learn before you earn. When you learn, remove the L then leave the EARN. Of course, that's true. That's when the world richest man. You need to what? Learn before you earn. So basically, all I'm trying to say here is what's actually got me into this tech world is one, the passion. I had a passion for it. Two, the money involved. There's so many money to be made. I must tell you, my first $1 was made from the internet. My first $10 was made from internet. In fact, the first money which I made from internet was $50. From $50, went to $100. From there, I moved earning in euros and all of that. So I'm just grateful for the internet and the opportunity it presented. I know there's still more to be made. That's why I'm not sleeping on it. So guys, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, alright? Give me your insights. If you have questions, drop, comment. I will respond to all that I receive, alright? Remember, I would love to hear from you guys, please. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.